Morning. It's August 17th, and I just wanted to do a little update video on our sweet potatoes. Since we've gotten quite a bit of rain and the temperatures have started cooling off, these things are just going crazy. I've got videos in my playlist where I start our own sweet potato slips, and that's what we did this year off of our sweet potatoes we grew last year. This is a Georgia Jet variety, and you can see down here on the bottom, these are trash bags of leaves that we got from our friends last year. There's about, I don't know, 10 or 12 bags that we made a circle, and then we inside the circle, basically they're just a container for our sweet potatoes. But inside the circle of trash bags, we put a layer of compost, a layer of leaves, and a layer of grass clippings. When we cut our grass, we bag it. We don't fertilize our lawn or use pesticides or herbicides. And we've made a compost pile, and we layered that all the way up to the top of these bags. And we planted our slips in there, and now they are just taking off. It's almost to the point of you can't see the bags anymore. And we did this for 4 or 5 years now, and they grow so much better above ground in this kind of a raised bed, makeshift, than they do in the ground. The potatoes get so much larger because there's not a lot of restriction on the tuber growth like in a hard compacted soil. I'm weekly having to pull the vines out of the fence and take these vines that are vining out everywhere and put them back in the pile. I kind of just twist them back around into the pile. And last year, when the sweet potatoes started dying back around October, November, it just depends on how cold it gets here in central Indiana when we take them down. But we just cut all the vines off, and you can just walk up to these bags and just pull these bags away, and you have sweet potatoes literally hanging in the air. Get you a couple different shots of it. Sun's coming up, so it's kind of bright that way, so we'll look at it this way. You can just see how thick and lush these plants are. And they're so easy to pick. Once the vines are away, you just remove the bags, and the potatoes will just be laying there up against the bags. Last year, our largest potato was over 5 pounds for one sweet potato. And then these are all grown organically. I don't really even fertilize. I did throw 1 handful of Burpee's organic fertilizer on it right after we planted them. I sprinkled some organic fertilizer on top. It was basically bone meal and blood meal and worm castings, and that was it. I only fertilized 1 time. And the compost and the leaves and the grass clippings, that's what they're growing in. And they are just beautiful. I used to grow them up against my house here where the beans are in the ground, and they did okay. But since we started doing this with the bags of leaves, I mean, you could do it in a planter box there just like that, but it's so much easier for us just to pull the bags of leaves out of the way. And when we get done, we'll just take those leaves and put on the ground to start next year's compost pile. Just wanted to show you a little update of our sweet potatoes. Here in about 3 more months, when it's time to harvest them, we'll make another video of that. Thanks for watching.